Hello, hello. What's poppin'? Yes, hope everyone is doing well. And gotta get some CPI news in around 14 minutes. Yo, what's good, everybody? Good morning, good morning. All right, I'll get started at let's say like 8:25. I'll give my game plan for today, but I do have um I would like to see what CPI has to offer. I kind of don't like how we expanded overnight though. That's something to look out for. Yeah, Curtis. I was also looking at that, but honestly, I like that daily fair value gap because it's in alignment with this -2 standard deviations and this liquidity pools right here as well. So that's pretty high probability, to be honest, that we're gonna draw down here. Overall, I am bearish today, but I'll explain why I'm not like super happy with how overnight played in terms of my game plan because we didn't have SMT on the highs. And we did have SMT on like the 5 minute, but it's just if I'm looking at the hourly, right? I'm looking for like a large scale market maker sell model right now. We don't have that SMT on the highs. So I'm waiting for CPI potentially can see some sort of SMT divergence, but right, I'm looking at this high right here for bullish. See if we can pierce that high and then trade lower. Um, Once again, we had expansion overnight, so not super excited. And another thing to keep note of is that we actually traded through this fair value gap right here, so we can look at this as lower time frame, some sort of resistance now, since it's a higher time frame level, right? So if we trade back up into it, I can expect lower prices into this -2. And then if we get a closure below -2.5, we can look for um these lows right here between -3.5 and -4 in this massive market maker sell model. That's what I'm looking for today. What ICT model do I use? uh I would say like I kind of built my own model out of like all the models he's taught, I guess. But at the end of the day, it's like all models are pretty much the same, I would say, because they all honestly like anything you do ICT related is just trading a market maker model. How do I use quarterly theory? So I use it for time based liquidity. So it's like on the 5 minute, I'll split into my. I usually generally just go for my daily quarters and then my session quarters. So for a daily quarter, I'll just split it up into like Asia session and see where we're at right now. Also, you can split into that New York session, right? So it's like right here, if we're looking, we took out Asia high and we started displacing lower. So that tells me that we're bearish because we rated the time-based liquidity highs, right? And we displaced lower. So right now, we can look at this as a potential area that we're interested to see price reject from because this could be that unicorn on the hourly chart. Um, but this is once again, it's dependent. It's like if I'm watching unicorn here, I want preferably YM to be honest to pierce that high. So it's like CPI takes out this high, whereas ES and NQ failed to take that high. We can go lower. And for Dow Jones, I see so much sell side liquidity here, so I don't think there's much of a reason to go higher, in my opinion. But once again, anything can happen, right? So just be careful and have a game plan for both sides of the market. have a game plan for invalidation zones, right? It's always important to have that. Like I'm not here to like like my goal is not to give you guys my signals per se. Like I'll tell you guys when I enter trades and stuff like that. But the end goal is not to tell you guys to copy trade me, you know? Like it's to help you guys understand what I'm looking at and what works for me. And hopefully through my teaching, you can find consistency in your own journey and you won't even need me, you know what I mean? Like you won't even need to attend these streams anymore. And like obviously that does damage to my own like channel and stuff like that, but like that's not the end goal here. It's not to keep you here forever. The end goal is to make you independent so you can do this on your own. All right, 8 more minutes. Good morning, Harvey. Good morning, Zach. What's up, Bacon or Jake? I'm gonna call you Jake. Today, Pancakes Day. You should build a model and then name it Bacon or Pancake. Pancake if you're actually I don't know. They're both kind of good though. What's up, Rumol? Rumol? I hope I said that right. What's up, Corey? A lot of familiar names up in here. Uh, honestly, usually you should have just full ported from day one. That's my opinion. I'm kidding. Don't do that. For those that are actually thinking of doing that. One shot, one kill. Yo, what's up, dude? Once again, not the clearest day right now for me, just because we have an expansion during London session. I think that like if we get a nice retracement here with SMT on the highs, like we're full porting this. You know what I'm saying? Five more minutes, everybody. All right. Good morning, Brendan. Good morning, Mikey. Good morning, Clyde. Good morning, Carson. Welcome, everybody, to the stream. Nice to see you back if you were here last time. Um, Yo, honestly, thank you guys for last week. That was actually a crazy successful first stream. I didn't expect that. Morning, Dan. All right, let me do a shameless beg. Hit that like button, guys. Hit that subscribe button. Now you see, I would play music, but last time my video got taken down for playing music, unfortunately. So I will just listen to music on my own and let the stream sit in silence, you guys, and put on your own music. I think that's better. Anyways, everyone has their own music taste, you know? I sound congested. Oh, I just got a message on Discord. Sorry. Um, what does that mean? I have a stuffy nose or something? Yo, what's up, Doug? I sing for you guys. All right, give me a song. Yeah, I don't know. I woke up with like a stuffy nose. That's interesting. I think it's just cold in my room, maybe. I hope I don't get sick, or I hope I don't. Yo, what is up? Cold Sigma shorts. All right, guys. If you guys want to look at a dealing range, like this is what I'm looking at right now. I'll just draw a 50% range right here, so that you can we pull back into this fair value gap and premium. And we can look for a short into this area right here. It would be good if we got SMT divergence once again. You know, I'm just a fan of SMT divergence. What's the standard deviation range currently on? Is on the manipulation leg of the highs. So this high, you know what? I got you guys. There you go. Don't we have SMT with YM? Do we? I don't see it. I don't see it. I see. I see what you mean. I see what you mean. The lows. Yeah, this looks like it's like if you're trading like time-based liquidity, we took that low, right? And then we're starting to shift higher. I'm just not entirely bullish as of right now. Even especially looking at our daily chart, right? Look how we started off trading already. I actually have a better chart for this. Let me go back to the hourly. Right? If you look at our daily chart, we're like trading through a fair value gap right now, create a liquidity void. And these liquidity voids are like little jetpacks. Oh, here we go. Wait, it's CPI. Oh shit, we're going straight to the target. Target number one hit. Let's see if we get a closure below negative 2.5. Wow. Wow, that's crazy. Isn't that crazy, guys? How we hit that negative 2.5 standard deviations. Wow, that's crazy. Oh my gosh. Why I'm just going? We have SMT right here, by the way, if you guys didn't know, on the highs, right? Right here, right from that CPI manipulation. Boom. Yep, right into the daily fair value gap. I am expecting this to low key be just disrespect, though. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm pretty sure if we go lower here, we're going down, like, very, very violently. I'll be honest. All right, guys. Next target. Here you go. Not that I'm saying to chase the market. Like, I feel like it's pretty difficult to really get in this move. Um, I don't really want to trade it until we get some sort of clear conviction. If I was like not streaming, I probably would be on like the 15-second or 5-second chart right now. But I'm not gonna teach you guys to do that because I think that's you know that induces gambling. Not something we want to do here. It's looking good though. It's looking good so far. You see how like tape reading can be satisfying too. You don't always have to be in a trade. You know. Keep DXY. I bet it rocketed higher. No, it did. I knew it. I knew it. Yeah, I had this annotated for the Discord, where it's like we take this low. We would take this low, create SMT on the lows, and then just fucking go higher. Like it's really awesome to see like analysis playing out. Like I had this fair value gap annotated as well. This range low, range high. We just took the range high. Amazing stuff. Love it. All right, show of hands if you shorted this right here. Too long, too shorted. Yeah, for sure, too risky to enter. Like, just think of it like if you're trading a personal account, is this something you want to enter on? That's pretty, you know what I'm saying? That's pretty scary. Like, obviously, we can still use analysis for news, but it's like, what if you're wrong? You always have that chance you're going to be wrong. What if I was wrong that we're not going low today? We just sent it higher. Oh, yeah, I would say there's a market maker sell model. It's just too clean. Too clean. Too squeakity clean. Let me delete these lines. Yeah, something I found out that's like really, really crazy though? That like pretty much guarantees you funding. Apparently on Apex, and this is what I heard from Dodgy. Um he said that you can full port both directions and get funded that way. It's not against the rules on the evaluation accounts, but it's against the rules on the funded accounts. That's actually insane, no? So like imagine you're like full porting both ways on CPI, NFP, like you know what I'm saying? Easiest funding of my life. Yeah, that's insane how they allow that. Yeah, that's exactly how I got funded. I just full port both ways every day. Hope for the best at 9:30 equities open. You know what I'm saying? Better if there's FOMC, NFP, or CPI. You just full port both ways. So like, we're gonna have to wait here. I'm not gonna lie. Let me take a look. Let me do some annotations for those that are in the Discord. Ooh, remember my one setup for life, guys? It's here. It's here. You got some studying to do. It's here. What is full port? It just means max leverage, like max position in like a direction. So it's like, for example, right when CPI comes out, we like enter. Let's say I'm on a 100K account and I'm only allowed to trade 15 contracts. Then I'll put 15 contracts short, and then also have another account like full port the other way, like 15 contracts long and 15 contracts short, and whichever one passes the challenge passes the challenge. That's actually crazy. That's crazy that they let you do that. Guys, I'm not trying to tell you guys to full port both ways. I'm just I'm just letting you guys know, you know? Education. How do non-US citizens trade futures? You can trade through prop firm, I'm pretty sure, right? Like if you go to Top Step or Apex or My Funded Futures, like I'm pretty sure they let you trade as a non US citizen. This is actually like if you full ported short though, like this is actually the easiest challenge pass I've ever seen in my life because you only need 30 points. Like right there, that's where you got funded. Like that movement right there. If you full ported, that's it. Just make sure it goes in your direction. Yeah, well, here's the thing, SE. Even if you're unprofitable and you lose the funded account afterwards, you still have a 50% chance to full port your funded account when you get it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. But, I'm not putting any ideas in your heads. I'm just saying. You add like a little, I don't know, add a little EMA in there and you're good. You're golden. Oh, Zach, I'm talking about like if you get funded, like you can just full port like one direction, hoping that it goes in your direction, type of thing. You know what I'm saying? And you don't have to risk like full port once you're funded either. That's what I'm saying. It's like that's why it's like sometimes being a prop firm is low key kind of a risk if people are just exploiting your rules like that. So not much to really look at here. 5 second looks pretty good. I guess it's gonna become more of a chill stream because today our first target has already been met. We'll see if we can reach for that second target, but you know, we've already expanded so much. Can we please have some chilled background music? I have to play like non-copyright music though, cause last time my video got taken down or the live stream. Let me look for some. All right, let's play some lo-fi. I will play some no copyright lo-fi. I hope it's good. For real. All right. Well, not much to really do right now. The hardest part of trading, sitting on your hands, right? We can wait for 9 to 10:30 and potentially I could look for some trades. We'll see what happens though. What ICT playlist do you think has the most value? Value wise, I would say core content. But I think that market maker primer course is a very important, like, if you're new to ICT, it's pretty important you take that course. Would it be good practice to tape read the 1 minute, like seeing what PD arrays are respected? I think honestly it should be fine. I would just look between specific times. Because it's like if you're tape reading during Asia session, for example, it's like a lot less, like lower probability. And each session has their own characteristics, right? Are we looking for retracement? As of right now, I would like this gap to be left open, to be honest. Or some sort of gap to be left open, like just some sort of fair value gap right here. You know, that's gonna be in like 2 hours from now, or an hour half. Hey, welcome, Joe. Do you think the 2016 core content is too dated and should just go to the 2022 videos? I think that the core content is where, like, you know, the meat and the bone is, you know what I'm saying? I would say, like, if you only wanted to watch 3 playlists from ICT, it's number 1, go to Market Maker Primer course. Number 2, core content. Number 3, 2022 mentorship. Because I was like brand new to trading. I've never heard of anything before. Okay, and I just jumped right into ICT. I was like doing his 2022 mentorship, and I'm like, what is this guy talking about? And the way I learned was I just copied everything he was talking about and I started charting it. I just started charting everything he was talking about. I'm like, yo, that's crazy. Like when you have equal lows, equal highs, it just goes straight to it. You know, like blew my mind. Like wow, fair value gaps are everywhere. Hourly CB overlapping with potential inverse daily fair value gap. Yeah, I could see that. I would just say to be careful in terms of, right, this would be that daily fair value gap somewhere around here. If I remember correctly, somewhere here. It's just if we tap back into this within today, it's like it's not technically inverse fair value gap on the daily yet. Carson, honestly, I enjoy ICT's rants. And I think that's because I'm at a point in my, like, honestly, even when I first started, I enjoyed those rants. I don't know. Maybe I just like I feel like those rants, they had value in them. Does that makes sense? It's like they had value. It's like getting the perspective of ICT and ICT being our mentor, right? Any ICT trader who caught the bearish move from the top yesterday? Yo, I called that. I called it in the Discord because I saw it was SMT right here. This was actually a really good short. Right here, SMT with YM is the cleanest trade I've ever seen in my life. I just didn't take it. I took this long though, all the way up here. Took this long, got my 300k funding, you know what I'm saying? And then I just watched this happen. Currently, I have 700k in funding. You missed the SMT on the highs? I'm with Apex and Top Step. I think that getting funded is a lot easier than keeping funding though, I would say. Actually, you know what? It's not even about that. It's more like psychology. It's like how I relate to it is when I first got my when I got my first funded account, like I put so much value on that account, you know, and then it just impacted my trading so much because I was like, oh, I can't go into drawdown. I can't lose this account. You know what I mean? And you have to realize like when you get your first challenge, you feel the exact same way. It's just something that's new. It's the new milestone in your journey, and that's why you put so much weight on it. It's like, oh, I'm ready for a challenge now. I'm taking my first challenge. And then you're like, oh, I failed my first challenge. Oh man, like you get like kind of upset over it because you put so much value on it. But you realize once you're starting to get funded accounts, you're like, oh, these challenges are so, they mean nothing. Like I just trade my plan, you know what I mean? And so how I like to correlate it is that now I'm at the stage where it's like when I first got my funded accounts, right? Like my first funded accounts, I actually blew some funded accounts. I'm not gonna lie. Like that's something I haven't told anyone, but I did blow funded accounts. And like the main reason was like whenever I'm drawdown, I'll be like, ah, shit, I gotta make it back. I gotta revenge trade. I gotta overtrade, right? and then you realize that funded account, it's not about, like, the accounts are the same: trading demo, trading challenge, and trading funded. It's the same trades you're taking. Just follow your plan, you know what I mean? And you have to realize that you just have to get comfortable. And I know this is like said a lot, but it's just like just being comfortable being uncomfortable, you know what I mean? And it's just something you have to adapt to. And eventually you actually do become comfortable, because you're just like, oh, it's another funded account. And then you go to a personal account and you're like, oh shoot, then now I'm like, when I lose, I'm actually losing my own money. But like, when you lose a funded account, what are you really losing? You're not losing anything, pretty much. You're losing, like, I don't know, activation fee, challenge cost. Sometimes you even get the refund on the challenge. So it's just like, how much value do you give to these things? Do you think NQ we're turnaround, or NQ just retracing? I think overall, like, hot macro time, like macro scale, like, I've been looking for bearish price action. So if we're gonna get some sort of reversal, I would expect it now. It's just not happening in the way I would have liked it to. Like, we don't have SMT on the highs, and it's kind of bothering me, you know what I mean? Because I've been looking for SMT within January 24th and February 23rd, between these two dates. Like, I'm just looking for SMT on the highs, but we haven't gotten that yet. And you can also see how much sell side liquidity we have on the daily chart, right? Especially at YM. YM looks like it's just ready to like run all the way to like 37,909, or even 37,306. I'm sorry, I'm getting a phone call right now. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I apologize. Did I miss anything? It was a Rashid. I hope I said that right. I'm doing good. How are you? Did TopStep give refund or challenge? No, I don't think so. Or at least I'm not aware. I don't think they do. Why January 24th? Because of IPTA data ranges. So if we do like a cast forward, then actually it's really January 25th. January 25th we had the cast forward 60 days, right? 60 trading days. SMT on the lows, 1 hour chart. As of right now, I'm not 100% looking at lows or SMT on lows specifically, just because we have market maker sell model, so I'm staying true to this higher time frame narrative as of right now. I've been waiting for the turnaround, just haven't had solid confirmation yet. Exactly. Yeah, I think we might actually get a retracement for the open. I'm completely fine with that, right? Yeah, actually, you can thank. I forgot who asked me for music. I think it was Daniel. Was it Daniel? Whoever asked me for music, you can thank them. It is gonna be a little tougher of a session today, in my opinion, because like, once again, remember my model is higher time frame PD array, SMT divergence, and ultimately that lower time frame structure. But like I don't see that forming anytime soon, I'll be honest. So exactly, that's exactly what I'm looking for, Curtis. You're on the right track. Or at least I hope you're on the right track, because that's what I'm thinking. Sorry, my throat's a little dry. Are you guys liking the stream so far? If you guys want to chat in the chat, make sure you subscribe, so that you can actually talk in the chat. Otherwise, feel free to just keep watching, or if you don't enjoy the stream, then of course you don't have to watch it. Hope everyone's enjoying it so far, though. If you guys have any suggestions moving forward, of course, always let me know. Awesome. Great to hear that you guys like. Check EU. Yeah, I'll take a look right now. Just give me one moment. Momento. Let's take a look at EURUSD. Wow, what a chart. Amazing, right? This 4-hour fairly gap. I annotated that yesterday. What is this? Market maker sell model, right? Amazing. Wonderful. Not that you could really trade it. But it's cool. It's cool to tape read it sometimes. EURUSD, like macro scale. I just leaked the premium content. Oh, it's whatever. This is really what I'm looking at, right? Looking for low prices overall. DXY looking for these highs. EURUSD looking for these lows. So there you go. There's your buys for the next month. Oh, I want to see how gold's doing actually. I've been tape reading that and I hope it's like, take a look. Yeah, I don't know where I put my annotations. Oh, TP hit. TP hit. Let's go. W. Wait, I gotta screenshot this so I can like brag about it, you know? Because that's what we trade for. We trade to be right. Dubskis. I knew it was coming. It just took a little time, okay? But it came. It eventually came. Took this low out, what I was looking at, you know what I'm saying? NQ playing nicely so far. Unfortunately, we didn't get any executions today. I shouldn't say unfortunately, because that was CPI. I was short in gold actually. Um, bro, I'm telling you, like I got stopped out here though. Let me look for it. If I remember correctly. Oh yeah, I was looking at this RDRB right here. This was like yesterday, I believe. Yeah, this was yesterday. I got stopped out. Okay, I took a trade like this. I got stopped out by this wick. That was so sad. Although I would say I probably am not at the stage I should be trading gold right now because I haven't like put in the work. Oh my god, my voice. I haven't put in the work to like really tape read it yet. Like for your USD, like the reason why I trade your USD sometimes, like swing trade, is because I tape read or do analysis on DXY all the time and they're just inversely correlated. So keep an eye right now since it's happening. Keep an eye on this high, the candle high. Oh, there's a wick, never mind. But usually when there's like a tiny wick or there's no wick at all, you can expect price to drive back up into there. But there is a wick there, so not the greatest idea. Not the greatest example. It's just using power of 3, right? In this case, power 3 of the 1 hour candle. We will see Daniel. We'll see what happens at 9:30 and see if it offers us some sort of entry. As of right now, I'm not super like convinced like I want to trade just because it's like look how far we've expanded lower right now. Now it's like kind of 50-50. We can either get a retracement or we can get expansion to our target. I would say it's more likely to get expansion to our target just solely because I want to see this hourly fair value gap form first. So like if we got a fair value gap, if we were to retrace, we could see like within this hour we trade back up, create that fair value gap, and then we'll trade back into the fair value gap and then we continue lower. Since it swept a high yesterday and reversed, what is a breaker that you would look for for continuation? What are we talking about? Are we talking about gold still, or are we talking about index futures? Beta drives lower at open and smokes equal lows at -4 standard deviations. Honestly, like I can see both ways. Once again, we don't try to like guess until price gives us a reason to start guessing, because that's what we do, right? We just predict where the market's going to go based on probabilities. But as of right now, like from my screen time, all I want to see is a fair value gap form here, and then we trade back into the fair value gap, and potentially we can still, if this drawn liquidity is still intact, then I'm all for it. And I just want you guys to know, like, this CPI, okay? Don't FOMO into that. Later, if you guys go on Twitter and stuff, you're gonna see people be like, "Oh, caught the CPI trade," and all that. You know what I mean? But like, come on, you know it's gambling. Like, I feel like 90% of the time. Okay, I don't want to say 90. I'm gonna say like 70 to 80% of the time, whenever I do analysis for news, like it goes there, but it's like I don't trade it because what if I'm wrong? Like, what if I'm wrong that one time I get slipped? Casper's looking for these lows as well. Did he post it somewhere? Ah, he did. Well, great minds think alike. I'm kidding. Jesse is my mentor. Of course. Of course he knows. He knows what's best for me right now. And that's these lows right here on NQ. I think we should short. Wow, I should live stream more often, huh? This is kind of nice. Just kind of chilling here, giving you guys my thought process, looking at your thought processes, just chilling. I feel zero FOMO. Absolutely none. Yes, I will be adding a face cam drummer. I just, right now, I want to like, I don't know, I want to set up my room in a way it's like high quality, you know what I'm saying? Right now it's kind of a mess in here, I'm not gonna lie. Nice to see you here, Mike. Yeah, I'll see SE if I want, because the thing is, like, I also have a Discord group, right? So I want to provide value to them as well as providing value to the public. So like my planning right now is like to release all my educational content that I'm gonna make for free on YouTube, and then like those that want to like get extra from me, then they can like join my Discord. Well, I have a free Discord and I have a premium side, just to clarify things. So like the free Discord is just like you guys can chill in there, talk, and then I'll respond every now and then. But if you want like to get more hands-on experience, and that would be like the premium Discord, where I stream like 3 times a week, 3 to 4 times a week in there. Yeah, but I will be live streaming on every Tuesday on YouTube. So, you know. Thank you, Scorpion. Yes, my Discords are already active. If you go down to the description down below, you will find all my links. There you will find my free Discord and my premium Discord. They're both the same thing. It's just premium. You're gonna have to go through WAP, and then it gives you access. For those that are interested, the premium Discord, for the first 100 members, you will receive a 14-day free trial. And then after the 100 members, I'm just gonna remove the free trial. So feel free to join that. Oh, actually, I think there's like probably like I think there's like 70, 65 spots left, something like that. But honestly, that's like 100% optional. It's just like if you want to watch me live stream like every day. The premium Discord's $50 a month after the the free 14-day trial. How do you trade BPRs? The same way I trade fair value gaps. It's just like a strengthened fair value gap essentially. And how I use BPRs is using it to see if the market is shifting biases, if that makes sense. So it's like a great way to use it is if right after you take time-based liquidity, you get a balanced price range in the opposing direction, then you can look at that as the quote-unquote true market structure shift. When will I drop the next video on YouTube? So I have like 4 videos or so like lined up. It's just I need to record them, and I wanted to get some like a nice background and stuff like that. So I might do it low key in my living room. But right now I'm still deciding for that. And I'm also trying to decide how to release these videos because they all tie into like the videos I'm making now are like the core concepts to my model essentially. Which is going to be different from a different series I'm going to be making, which covers everything about ICT. So it's like there's 2 series coming out, and the first one is going to be covering my model. The second series is going to be covering everything else about ICT. That way you guys can build your own models off of it. You know what I mean? Yes, sir, Daniel, that's a bargain. Nah. With today's CPI large rate expansion, can we expect tomorrow's London to be sloppy in all asset classes? I wouldn't say necessarily. Like tomorrow we don't have news, so like overall I would say it's a lower probability day, but it is Q3 of Q3 in terms of quarterly theory. It's gonna be Wednesday, New York AM session at 9 to 10:30, right? That's where you'll find your highest probability setups of the week. Usually is Wednesdays, 9 to 10:30 AM EST, because it's Q3 of Q3 of Q3, right? Hey Ethan, when you place a trade, are you placing that trade across all your funded accounts? So right now I mainly only trade one 300k account, and then for the other ones I kind of like rotate through it with risk, if that makes sense. I don't trade all of them at the same time. So how I do my trade management, like my risk management, is essentially 0.5% risk per trade. And once I'm in drawdown, I reduce risk by half. And every 2 consecutive losses, I reduce risk by half again. I use a trade copier for eval accounts and funded. Or sometimes I just manually place the trade too. I don't necessarily have to use the trade copier because I have MT5 on my phone. Right now I'm doing a challenge with day funded. I'm not gonna lie, I've been like full porting day funded and it's just not been working. So it's time to go back to trading normally. Can you explain more about what you look for, etc., SMT, and how you choose which asset to trade based on SMT? Oh, you can find that in yesterday's Q&A, but I'll just explain it really fast right now. It's like, in terms of SMT, like for index futures, I'm looking at NQYMES, right? And then sometimes even DXY. And so the main thing I look for is like dependent on the SMT, is like the one that fails to make the new higher high or lower low is going to be the more volatile one generally, and then the one that does make the higher lower low is going to be a cleaner trade, if that makes sense. So it just depends. It's like if you're looking for a cleaner trade, then use the one that makes new higher lower low. If you're looking for more points or more pips in your trade, then use the one that fails to make that new swing point. Generally, I like to trade the one that makes the higher lower low because that gives me the turtle soup entry. But you know, it's preference. And if you do the one that fails to make the swing point, then you're gonna be using PD arrays to gauge your entry. Will you be looking to trade NQ today if price taps into M15 fair value gap at equities open, run lower to -4 standard deviations? I do not have anything annotated in order to trade the 1 minute right now, so I'm not looking for that specifically. I'm looking more for the 5-minute chart. That's where my bread and butter model resides, right? Like I mentioned in my unicorn model lecture, that's my bread and butter time frame alignment is daily, hourly, 5-minute. Well, honestly, it's monthly, daily, hourly, 5-minute. That's like my bread and butter. So I'm not too keen on looking for 1-minute trade as of right now, especially because I don't have specific things annotated on my charts that I need to gauge that. So, and that's something I will teach eventually, but it's just like, once again, out of respect for some of my mentors, it's like I don't want to reveal too much information that they don't want me to reveal. But I can still teach you guys a very simplified way to look at the markets. That makes sense. Very simplified way that I look at the markets, and how by understanding, my end goal is to help you guys understand what a market maker model is, essentially, when to look for them, where to look for them, how to know when they're occurring and stuff like that, right? And so by simplifying that to you guys can trade anything ICT related, and that's my end goal. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but something about like jazz music, like sometimes that hits. Yo, wait, this is fire, guys. Go check out Jesse's. Oh my gosh, this is actually really really good. I was waiting for Jesse to post this for the longest time because when I made it, I put my heart and soul into it. I swear. Um, okay, give me 1 second. Let me. How can I share this with you guys? I can't put it in my chat for some reason. Okay, if you guys go to my Twitter, I just reposted it, and it's essentially a PDF that is a 3-step process to determining your daily bias, and it's extremely, extremely, in my opinion, extremely good. So definitely, definitely go look at that on Twitter. It's free. It's literally free. So absolutely banger of a PDF. Now, obviously, a PDF won't help you guys. Like, it'll help you guys. It's like a guide, but like the end goal is not to like create monsters out of a PDF. You know what I mean? But it's definitely a very good step-by-step process to finding your daily bias. Yeah, nothing too interesting. I think my second TP is about to be hit. Like I would tape, honestly, I'll tape read for you guys. Why not? I look at this RDRB right here, right? This RDRB right here. Expecting this gap to stay open. So this right here should be a breakaway gap. If we're gonna be going lower into my target right here.